Good morning. Well, for some of you, it's afternoon, I guess. So it is. Oh, buddy, quit. Hold on, y'all. I knew this was going to happen, and I was giving him time, but of course he wants treats. Give me a second. Okay, buddy. Good morning. We'll get going in just a second. Let me give him some treats right quick. He knows. Hey, Miss Leah. Hey, Wendy. Hey, TLC. Give me a second, guys. There you go. There you go, buddy. All right, they're all fed. They're all fed and ready to go. All right, we need to discuss, yes, of course, treat time. He's like, oh, mom hit the button. Time to bug mom. How's everybody's weekend been? What y'all been up to? What y'all been up to? Yesterday was so nice. I was on my phone for a little while in the morning before we went, and then later in the evening. Otherwise, I put my phone down, all my devices down, and just went and enjoyed my family time. Oh my goodness, we had so much fun. All I have to say is, if you like go-karts and you're in Arizona, go do it, because it is so much fun. Kyle and I are going back so we can race the fast ones without the kids there. I know that sounds terrible, but they are not up to speed. They don't like the fast ones like we do. They are like, yeah, no, that goes a little too fast. And Kyle and I are like, they're not going fast enough. It was fun though. It was a good time. Good morning, everyone. Afternoon, wherever you're at. Evening, some of you. Oh, it was so much fun, Kimberly. Oh, Tina, I'm so sorry about your mom. I hope she's doing okay. Hey, Stevens. Oh, yeah. Today, what are you guys up to today? Anybody doing anything? We will be. I've got my eggs on boiling right now and my potatoes. I'm boiling eggs and potatoes. I'm making potato salad, fruit salad. My in-laws are coming over and we're barbecuing, of course. So we're having everybody over. So I'm boiling my eggs and my potatoes for potato salad. Oh, I know he wants out. Hold on. You still have one eye open? Sir, you stay inside. Kiki's like, it's time for me to come out. No, it's not. Good morning. Yes, to the men and women who sacrificed everything. Thank you for your service, of course. I thought about putting a video up of my grandfather and my great-grandfather and my dad's dad, which would be my grandfather too, but all of their military stuff. One of them's buried in one of the military cemeteries, and I have pictures of it from when I was little, going and visiting. Don't forget all of our wonderful servicemen and women that gave it all. Anywho, okay, back to task. We need to talk. Barbecue steak tonight. We're doing burgers, hot dogs, fruit salad, mac salad, potato salad, all from scratch, of course, but I could have just bought them, but November. Oh, Spudler, that's cool. Yeah, your guys' dates are quite often off, and I never remember when's when. I know Mother's Day was off for you guys too. Yeah, Brat. Well, we took him on the intermediate ones, so let me explain what we did yesterday for anybody that knows about go-karts or anything. So if you know who Mario Andretti is, this is Andretti Raceway. They built these inside go-kart tracks in multiple locations across the United States. And the Andrettis were just here. The entire group of them were just here racing with everybody. I don't know how long it's been open, but they were just here a couple weeks ago. So they have multiple different stages. They have like a Mario one. They have a lower level than a Mario one too. So that goes like little kids, intermediate, adults can ride those ones too, but they go pretty slow. It's called the Marios. Then there's the intermediate is the ones we did. And they go, they're electric, but they freaking haul. But then there's the adults, and the adults go 40 miles an hour inside on a multi-level go-kart track. Let me just say they burn. They go. But the kids were like, one of my girls, they've never driven. Like they've always been under the limit to drive on their own. So this was the first time that they got to drive on their own because they're at the height range now. We were dying because the one forgot that she had a brake. She totally forgot she had a brake. So all she did was hit the gas. So she was just all over. She thought it was bumper cars out there. She I was laughing so hard I couldn't even stop. She totally just had the pedal to the metal, and I'm like, okay, here we go. Mind of Monsters, me too. Me and Kyle are super competitive, and we are like throw shit at each other. Well, not mean or anything. Like it's going down. Like we are both, and that's our like form of fun. We are adrenaline junkies from hell, and there's not a lot I can do adrenaline wise with. Like I can't skydive, I can't do any of that shit. I can't bungee jump because of my pacemaker. So we love that kind of stuff. But we were we were laughing so hard because the girls were cracking us up because one's like, I forgot I had a break, and we're like, yeah, we noticed. And she was just going around in circles. The other one was like Sunday driving out there looking around, hanging out. People were trying to pass her. She's cutting them off, just, do out there sightseeing on the track. It was hysterical. We had so much fun though. And then Kenzie's got so much anxiety that she's in the car. She drives regular vehicles. She's got her license. And she has always been an adrenaline junkie, but for some reason, that many people. And then some old guy that was racing with us wiped Kenzie out, totally rear-ended her and sent her into like it was so much fun though. We had a blast. We were laughing so hard, and then we took him for dinner, and it was a good time though. Yeah. Next weekend we have plans again too, and we're going to a jump house for a birthday party. So now's the time when they're out of school though, and we get to do all of our fun things. So for aggressive driving with friends, Kathy, oh my gosh, that's hysterical. It was a blast, yes. Yeah, for sure. Hot dog at the hot dog corral. Okay, let's speak about what's going on here. Y'all, I've been getting so many messages on crap going on. None of this is shocking. Let me explain something to all of you. None of this is shocking. None of the movements, none of the team switching. This has been I've been talking about this, it feels like months now, which it hasn't been, but this was all in line. This has all been, if you've watched how they move, this is how it's been. People come in, they get all caught up in the bullshit around Seth, and then one by one, he replaces them with new people who catch more in the bullshit, start fights with the old team members, expose the old team members, and it just goes. It keeps cycling like that. Why that is, that's the problem. Hey, Diamond Cutter, good to see you. You guys are still talking. Good morning, everybody. Anywho, none of that's shocking, y'all. None of this is shocking. And if you are just catching on to it, please understand this is pretty intentional. This is not Kathy. Kathy, I got a warning last year for running a stop sign. But in my defense, that fucking stop sign was not there 2 days before that. And it was the day I went every single day, and they put in a four-way stop where there was never one before. They got me and three other people at the same time at the same stop sign. Assholes. But I just got a warning because I've never had a traffic ticket even. But I freaking laughed at that guy too. And then I came home and showed that on live because I was so proud of myself because I finally got my first ticket. I was so stupid. I was like, damn it. But it was funny. The freaking cop was like, do you know what I pulled you? And I was like, yes, I do. Yep. Because I can see in my rear view mirror that there's a stop sign there now. Yep. I get it. Oh, Bobby, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. Wonderful things. Well, it depends on who you ask. I slay scorpions, and that affects some people's sensitivities, and they cry like little biatches about me killing scorpions. I have a crazy zoo. I talk like a sailor. And, there's that. Okay, so here's what I need to talk to you guys about. After reviewing that last video of Cess with Terry Lynn, we have the next few coming up, which if we put a Chris and Katie in there, it would be Chronicles of Olivia. We can go back to do Duchesses because that's the actual first one, but I don't think we need to because I think people have seen that one the most. I think we could add in Chronicles of Olivia, and then I think, well, then it goes JLR. But here's what I want, and here's where I need you guys. I just printed off calendars. I can't do this without timelining it at this point in time because until people can honestly see the dates of how this happened, like so many of you didn't understand or even like put into process when we were talking about it, when Clue and I were in the chat and she was telling me like, Becky, look, this was here and this was there. And I was like, wait a second here. And I started writing stuff down. I didn't even see the bigger picture at first, but I think it's so important to go back and put things in date order because Sebastian went missing February 25th to the 26th. So we're going to say the 26th because that's what's on his official stuff. So they figure after midnight on the 25th, which would be the 26th. So from the 25th to the 26th in February, the Facebook group, which some people don't have a problem with, I do. I have a problem with that. A closed Facebook group was built the next day because if it's about awareness, you would do a private or a public page for awareness to get his information out there. A public page, not a private group. Anyways, here nor there. And then 2 days after that, the GoFundMe is made. How did they know in that short amount of time that the GoFundMe was going to be needed? I can't get over that. I can't come off that. I'm sorry. I just can't. And why was it being purposely, intentionally misled that he was law enforcement? Granted, yes, he is a sheriff's deputy. That's how it's arranged in Tennessee and Davidson County, blah, blah, blah. But he's a correctional officer, and they never once, ever tried to clarify that. And then why did they never clarify that he was donated PTO time? That is a huge piece of it too. So he was getting paid while having a GoFundMe saying that he wasn't getting paid. So the GoFundMe was for him to pay his bills. But meanwhile, he was still getting paid because his coworkers had. Yeah, I'm not liking the optics of this. I'm going to be fucking honest with all of you. I do not like the optics where this is going. And I'm having a hard time not putting some of my personal conjecture into this. And I'll be the first one to say it. As of right now, there is nothing that looks good in this case. Not one fucking thing. And I'm being truthful. Not one fucking thing. But we have to take it back and we have to go through and add things in the timeline fashion because I think that's the only way I'm going to be able to make this make sense to some of you. And y'all know how my brain works. I have to see it visually and I have to write it down and I have to look at it and I have to process it and I have to add it back in. Y'all, if you know how I work, you know it's a process. Nicole B, I know. And that's why I'm so like, yes, yep. Kathy, but what's the scam for though? Okay. That's my part. I'm not willing to call it a scam. And the reason why I'm not willing to come all the way there yet is because we don't know where the money has gone. We don't know. See, the other thing is too, is the cash apps and stuff aren't in his name. So I don't know. Like this feels gross. This feels really, really bad. It does not feel good at all. But what I want to focus on is I don't want to get caught up in the weeds and just like have preconceived notions here, because what I personally think and my opinions in this case don't matter. It's important to listen to the details that we were provided by the people that were closest to Sebastian. That would be Seth, Katie, and Chris. So we're going to add in Katie and Chris's interviews. We're going to look at all the totality of the situation. We're going to add in stuff that they've given us dates wise. We're going to put it all out in a timeline fashion. I got those printed off, but I want you guys, my buddies in here that have been paying attention and taking notes, to come with your dates. We're going to do a live here in a little bit, and I'm going to bring my calendars down and we're going to fill in some of these blanks, and then we're going to use the interviews to fill in the rest of the blanks. And I think it's important that we look at T-Rev's video too, because none of that's shocking, but I think people need to read between the lines on some of what's going on over there. All of this was intentional. All these moving and shaking and people turning on each other was intentional. This continues to happen, and it has all along. It's interesting to me to see people just catch on to some of this stuff and come to the recognizing what's happening. But I still have to say, Seth is a vulnerable. Yes, he has made many choices. Both things can be true. Again, I go back to this. Both things can be true. Seth made his choices. We're not taking that from him. He has absolutely made his choices. But I think both things can be true. He also was willing to make extremely poor choices and surround himself with extremely uh, exploitive individuals who that's their intent from jump. So his willingness and their need for exploitation was the perfect storm, in my opinion. So at the same time that I give Chris and Katie grace, I'm going to continue to give Seth grace until law enforcement says otherwise. And you got to understand that when I do this, this isn't because I'm not an investigator. We are looking at this from a public standpoint with the information that was given to us by them. I'm not in the business of saying, even if my personal thoughts and feelings, or if I had something, nope, we're still in the public sphere, innocent until proven guilty. And we're going to look at it from a full picture, because it doesn't matter what people say. He's still being exploited. It is what it is. Both things can be true. And we've seen that happen so often. We saw it with Letitia, not Letitia Stout, Letitia Bias. She was willing to be exploited. She joined right along with them. Still doesn't mean she wasn't a victim. It's how it happens. And the other thing I want, you guys, there's so much I want to do. I really want to pick apart a few of these live streams that have been done, because some of y'all out here just doing the fucking most, saying the fucking most, throwing shit at the wall, just thinking you guys are just, oh, let's just say this. Let's do the most. Steph, he has been this way from jump. That's what I'm trying to convey, is this is the person, like his choices for all along, like consistently, nothing changed to me. Seth's behavior has not changed to me. If you sat back and looked at the full picture of all of this from jump, none of the behaviors have changed. This has been present all along. And I think people can't see that. I think people got into this poor Seth situation. Coffee up. Some of these people should be scared. Truthfully. Oh, by the way, Dolly Vision, PJ, and all your little fucking cronies. Take me the fuck off your island. I will not be on no goddamn Epstein Island, on any fucking Turtle Island, on any island, period. The only island I will be on is my island. You won't make money off of nonsense. So any of my subs, stay the fuck away from Dolly Vision's Turtle Island, because I'm on there and nope, want nothing to do with it. Please ignore, like it's not even happening. Nobody even fucking told me. Not a single fucking soul told me. I just got a fucking post that I was tagged in by Dolly Vision, and I was like, the fuck out of here. Nope. Misty Day, it's not. It's not a pretend fight. And it's not over attention, it's over a girl. And it's between Seth and T-Rev, not Tony. And fuck that shit. Nope. 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 Hands worst. Rent out that nose for a weekender. What are you talking about? My nose? No, my nose isn't even that fucking big, you dum-dums. Like, the fuck? What the fuck is Turtle Island? It's a fucking joke. Hands worst. Go away. Yeah, I'm just not I'm not a fan. And you ain't gonna fucking make money off of getting people to come over there and yeah, fuck that shit. Nope. Steph, yeah, that doesn't shock me. I don't like saying that either again, and here's my reasoning behind that. I don't like saying that because at the end of the day, there's a 15-year-old missing young man here. There's a 15-year-old missing young man. Yes, Mrs. Fletcher, yep. Yeah. You're angry and constipated upstate New York wife. I could care less. I don't care. Truly don't care. I just, nah, no, I want nothing to fucking do with that shit. None. Nada. Okay, so in T-Rose video, oh God, Heather Bratt, fuck. I, I seriously look at the people on that list of who's on Turtle Island, and I'm like, why me? Why me? Do you see who's on there? Fucking Gumball Machine, Blue Gumball boy himself. Fuck that. Then you got BJ and her fucking cockadoodle doo. I don't even know what the fuck. When she turned, man, okay, this is gonna sound terrible. I'm just gonna be me for a minute here. And Petty Becky is coming the fuck out. So buckle up, mods. Revival, you can hit my end button if you really want to on this one because it's gonna be not nice. Ma'am, I see why you shut your fucking camera off, Brittany. I really do. I fucking see it. Okay, I'm gonna stop being nice for a minute here because I've tried not to cut your looks, but Jesus, Lord, stop. I have that recorded where you turn your camera on, or I have screenshots of it where you turn your camera on and you're reviewing Queen because you're playing it on your phone. Lord have mercy. I can't tell what the fuck you're looking at. You're looking at yourself in the mirror in the screen like you're a fucking jump scare, and you're mad at me calling you a jump scare, but your face says fucking scared when you look at yourself in that screen. Every time you looked at the monitor, you were like, your eyes like bugged out. Like, what the fuck am bitch, that's what I say. What the fuck am I looking at? Okay? Oh, fuck, oh dear. I can't even, I can't even imitate it. It's bad. Like, you could be a pretty girl. Just go clean yourself up a little bit. Just go. Don't do that to me. That was some evil shit to turn that camera on. Yeah. Anyways. And you know what? That's the nicest thing I could say about that bitch right now because she's over there acting like she didn't do shit. Ma'am, you doxed the fuck out of Queen Bee intentionally. And I got it all recorded too. You doxed the fuck out of her. You're like, pull out the Facebook intentionally. If anybody thinks for a second that that wasn't intentional, what she did there, and pulled up, let's go look at the Sebastian page. And meanwhile, she pulls up Queen's mugshot with all Queen's information and misinformation in a Facebook post. Lets it sit there as she is. I don't have a problem with Queen Bee. I don't have a, and me and Queen have never, get your facts straight. I have never went to Queen with a fucking thing about you. Never have to. I don't go to anybody about anybody. I don't need to. I didn't know everybody was all chummy over there. I don't care. I talk about your behavior. But your shady ass shit. That was some shit. Some shit, let me tell you. Holy hell. Ay, 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 ay. Oh, Kathy P, it's more than a filtered avatar pic. That's a whole fucking face tune with somebody else's fucking face. That ain't even her. Her eyebrows aren't even the same shape. Yes, I have an eyebrow issue, okay? I'm just done. Oh, see, but the thing about it is an enemy of my enemy is my friend. People keep people in their pockets. Like, there's a whole lot of maneuvering around parts. And, ugh. So stupid. What pull-up comment? Oh, Steph, they dox everybody. The guy in the background of that live was an adult. I seriously thought it was maybe a 15. Kimberly, I'm not sure which live you're talking about. Oh, her husband? Her fucking husband? Yeah. Yeah, they did revival. They sure as fuck did. Yep. But I don't have to do all the stupid ones. I can just talk about she looks scared looking at herself. I mean, hell. Yeah, seriously lacking. Seriously lacking. I'm so sick about hearing about Granny, Granny. I don't give a shit. I don't. I fuck. Uh-huh, Michael, I've got that recorded too. I've got that recorded. Ooh, Cat P, congrats. Jason, I got him. I got him. I can show him later. I'm on my phone right now, but I can show you a few jump scares if you want. I sent them to one of my friends. And I was like, look at this shit. I'm just joking, but I did. I was like, now I see. It all makes sense. And here's my thing on the doxing. So I am in the camp that once you've been doxed, you've been doxed. But I think redoxing you to new people is bullshit and you don't have to do that. And that was so intentional. That was super intentional to do that. And resharing a dox is still pretty fucked up. Like there's no need for it. But she was asleep. I don't know. Maybe I haven't heard that part yet. Who told did she tell somebody to pull up? Did she really tell somebody to pull up? And who was it that she told to pull up? I don't think she's scared of Queen Bee. I'll be honest, I don't think so because I think she maneuvers in the background enough to try and keep things together. She said she wasn't asleep. She was like, no. I mean, shit, I would fall asleep too. None of us will pull up. She said none of us will pull up. Well, that's the goddamn sure. I ain't going over there. That's a waste of gas or a flight or anything else. She did tell somebody in her chat to pull up too. Lord. Oh, oh. Let's not be doing that, BJ. Let's not be doing that. Let's just not. That's not smart. I mean, you've got children. Like, don't do that, especially on the internet. People are fucking insane. As you know, we've had a few of them. She told you to pull up upstate New York house. Oh my god, y'all can't make this up. Yeah, Mimi. Yep, exactly. She's not afraid of Queen. She's afraid of the pull up. You guys and your freaking alts. It does, Kels. It does. Like that's yeah. I invited JLR over for dinner. By the way, JLR is in the hospital. I don't like that fucking dude at all. Not one bit. But I still don't wish any real life harm on anybody. And that shit sucks. Like gastro issues like that and a blockage, that's real shitty. Literally. Real shitty. And I don't wish any harm on him. So best wishes to that fucking no blinking fool too. I mean, maybe they'll give him some Visine so his eyes blink more often. It sounds like he'll be okay, but that's a rough recovery too. So, sending him the best wishes. I don't wish real harm on some of the. I mean, some of these people I wish they would. Never mind, I won't say that. Betty, on the other hand, now Betty is over here just freaking out, thinking that Chris Proudfoot talked all about her. How boring, you guys! Like, he's a typical human being. He sees what is going on. All these people are like, oh my God, he's researching. Can you imagine having all the people that are doing this shit that they are doing to these families? And again, he continues to give Seth grace. People keep poking at that, and he continues to give Seth grace because it's not about any of them. It's about bringing Sebastian home, and that's what people need to remember. No, schooling mom, they will not. They will 100%. When and if Sebastian is found, hopefully soon. That's why I said when and if, because I'm really hopeful it will be soon. The sooner the better. I guarantee if the outcome is positive, as in he comes home alive and well, they will continue to mess with this family as far as CPS calls, as far as upending everything, as far as life, school, because the internet has deemed that Chris and Katie are abusers in some capacity, even though we don't have any information to even say that. I would never. Um, it takes a lot more information, and I'm so sick of the excuses, but they will continue to use those excuses and continue to target that family. Sebastian's poor life, their poor lives will forever be impacted, unfortunately. We've watched what happened to Dre. Molly and her cronies are still going after Dre. Even after the police report came out and said that they were all. Yeah, Oz, that's scary shit. That's what I was like, I don't like the dude, but that's still fucking. I don't wish shit like that on anybody. Karma is kind of a bitch when it comes to being full of shit, though. Literally. Who's TT? Oh, Truth Teller. Wait, you guys told me the other day the account was Truth Teller to Table Talks, right? That's TT. She's gonna be like, see, they're over there talking shit. Yeah, we're talking shit. Yep, we are. I'm so sick of the fucking. They're targeting me. They're attacking me. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. That's not what this fucking is. I don't think it's Seth's girlfriend, Dark Horse Justice. I don't think it was ever Seth's girlfriend. Miss Liverbert. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that. I try to be nice because vehicle issues are a bitch. Vehicle issues are something that I don't wish on anybody, especially when you're doing kid pickup and stuff. So I get that, but let me tell you something. If it's a fucking starter, her husband could fix that. You can get him from the junkyard for like 20 fucking bucks. Your husband could put it in. You could put it in. Pop a couple screws out. You can tap on the fucking thing, get it to go. Move it. I mean, I'm very blessed when it comes to those arenas though, because Kyle is very fucking handy. So, but even at times, you guys know we've had vehicle troubles that suck. Anybody else shook it about Nick Ricada? I feel really bad for his family. I'll be honest. Addiction isn't something that I think is funny at all. And I'm not saying that that's what you think at all. I'm just saying that there's children involved, and I keep hearing people say he's going to get. Let me be fucking frank with y'all, because I have nothing to hide, and many of you know this. My sister was in prison numerous times for manufacturing, possession, distribution. The last time she jumped bail, she was out of prison on probation. She got picked up, got released, was out on bond. She jumped bond. She got picked up, but the day she got picked up, she had 38 grams in a jail, if you get what I'm meaning. When they picked her up for her warrant, she was going to turn herself in that day anyways, according to what she told my mom. But she had to go make this run first, right? Well, they picked her up before. They got her before. And she had 38 grams. She had massive charges. Massive charges. They reduced them. She didn't even serve a quarter fraction any of her time. If it's first time charges or he does a rehab program, he ain't gonna get the jail time people are talking about. He's a first time felon. It'll get reduced. It'll probably, if he does a drug court program, which my sister has been through too. She did a full. The last time I spoke at her court. I can't even. This stuff's hard for me to talk about. At her court, when she graduated from drug court, she was in a 2-year drug court program, and she graduated. And I still have the speech that I gave during that, and it opened with, "I never thought I'd get the opportunity to speak at a graduation ceremony of sorts. I figured the next time I would give a speech about my sister would be at her funeral." And that's the reality of so many people. Addiction is a fucking disaster. It is something that the whole entire family is affected by. I don't wish that on anybody. Nobody. The pandemic showed how much people needed community. People being isolated, not being able to access things that they need. The reality of the addiction part of it, yeah, he can be a terrible person. Some of the addicts I know are some of the best fucking people I've ever met. Some of the brightest, smartest individuals. Addiction has it's, there's no discrimination. It's everybody. Anybody and everybody can end up in those spots. So while I know some people are cheering because of his downfall, because he's done a lot of dumb shit and hurt a lot of people, at the end of the day, he's got a whole entire family, 5 children that are going to be put through hell because of poor choices him and his family have made. Shut the fuck up, Hans. Shut up. Just shut the fuck up. You're really annoying this morning. You can keep talking all you want, but just shut the fuck up. You're an idiot. It's not just a simple disturbance, you fucking idiot. Drug addiction affects everybody. Fucking idiots. I swear to God. Some of you people just fucking are stupid. Some of y'all are just fucking stupid. I can't. I can't understand you people that some of y'all out here just fucking doing the most, saying the most. You got to be involved in shit, and you get excited about other people's downfalls. That's a fucking crazy part. Even people I dislike, I don't want to see them fucked up. Isn't that crazy? Oh, stuff, yeah. It's real. It's very real. That's why I have my girls. That's why I have my littles. I've had them for over 9 years. Going on, yeah, fuck. It's been a journey. But you know what? I love my sister. I understand why she ended up there. I get it. I have survivor's guilt because she ended up there and I ended up here. No, just another troll. You're totally good. It's something I'm willing to speak on all the time because it's a fucking reality and more people need to understand it's reality and it's a sad reality. Look around. A lot of these true crime creators, as people label themselves, which is the fucking craziest shit to hear. Some people act like they've been through addiction. Some people use it as well, a relatability thing. It's everybody's journey is totally different with addiction. And I'm so proud of all of you in recovery because that is the hardest fucking thing to do, especially if you have children. It is so fucking hard because, especially if you started young, Jesus. But addicts are humans too. I get sick of people labeling addicts, and then we have missing people that live high risk lifestyles who nobody seems to give a fuck about. They're still a human being. They still have loved ones. There's still people that love these people. Like this, in this whole reality of this TC, people are so ridiculously stuck on stupid on so much. They shame addicts. They don't sit back and say, "Oh, yeah, that's a fucking mess," when they themselves have been through a lot of it. A lot of the creators in the true crime genre have pretty shady pasts because of addiction or other things. But some of them trade addictions, and that's the truth. Some of them trade addictions from substances to religion to the internet. It sucks. Crazy, and there's no simple solution for it. There's no simple solution for, I mean, you guys know Kyle's brother, we lost from a heroin overdose. It's the reality of the world we live in. His daughter is a beautiful young lady now, but she's been through hell and back, you know? That's a significant loss. Yeah. I'm addicted to Diet Coke and Camel Lights. It affects the whole entire family. 24 overdoses in one day. Yeah, that's the fucking sad thing. And again, huge shout out to all of you in recovery. It's not something I wish on my worst fucking enemy because I've watched it destroy my own family. I You can be the worst fucking person and I don't wish that shit on you. Oh God, Thor. Yeah. Yeah, Kyle can talk to that too because he's had that happen when he was an engineer. Multiple people took their lives by train. Yep, it really does, Mimi. It's addiction is something that there's no label on what addiction can and can't affect. It really is sad. And when you take it into the sphere of true crime and watch people like shame addicts or call them junkies, I can't stand that shit. Man, that drives me nuts. Because people sit on their soapbox and think they're so much fucking better than others. You know what? If somebody's struggling with addiction, you rally around them and try to support them in the safest, best ways possible. Not enabling support, but that fine line of enabling is so hard too. Oh my gosh, Kaylee, congrats to your dad. That's what I continue to hope for my girls. Two best friends 6 months apart due to overdose. I'm so sorry, Jason. Annie, I understand that. I don't know shit about his past, and I'm not saying he's a good person. Let me be very clear here for a moment, because I think this is where people get lost in the sauce. Again, both things can occur. People can be absolutely vile, horrible pieces of shit with or without substances. But then you add the substances on to an already piece of shit. At the end of the day, he's still got people that love him. Those kids don't have it. They didn't get a say in who their parents are. They didn't get a say on any of that shit. And they will have that umbrella over their heads. People can be shitty ass human beings. Shitty ass human beings with or without substances. And I'm not making excuses for that. What I'm saying is addiction fucking rocks an entire family. And I hate that anybody has to go through that. Not for his sake, for everybody around him, because it's not something that just will impact him. Oh, I'm so sorry. Schoolie, I'm really sorry. Oh, yeah. Oh, just nobody. You know what? My my road with addiction and my sister has not been easy. The first time I got her into rehab, we'll just have a little Becky being open with you guys for a moment. I was 19 years old when I took my sister to rehab the first time. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. We just needed a place for her to go. We needed something to do something. So we got her into a state funded program called MCDC in Butte, Montana. That's where she met my girls' father, was rehab. He had just got out of prison. So the sister that I lost and sent to rehab because that was a better option, I really lost. They weren't even supposed to have communication, but they did. And when I got her out of rehab, it was worse than I ever expected. And I blame myself for a lot of that because I had no clue that that would even be potential. And he was a lot older than her, 10 years. And he had spent more time incarcerated. He's got so many children, it's unbelievable. But that was the end of it. And now it's been, shit, I'm 41 years old. 27 years? 27 years of this up and down, back and forth. I've taken her, that wasn't the only time. I took her she wanted to get clean 5 years ago, 6 years ago. She called me and said she was on the street, she was homeless, and she needed help. So I drove 3.5 hours. I already had the girls at that time. So I left them with trusted people and I went up there and I picked her up. I'll never forget what she looked like. And she was like, it's time. I want to get clean. I was like, okay. Well, how the fuck do we go about it? She didn't have insurance. Our family's not wealthy to just pay for a private pay facility. So we took her to the best place we knew, which was the emergency room, because she was kind of going into detox and she's got co-occurring disorder. So she's got mental health issues and addiction issues. So we sat in the ER waiting, for them to take her back, and she was fine. we got in there and she went to the bathroom and we checked her in and we were sitting in Spokane and oh fuck it. It was like 4 hours that we sat in the waiting room and she had gone in the bathroom a couple times, didn't think anything of it. She was, withdrawing pretty bad. But then she started like nodding out, sitting in the waiting room, and I was like, this is weird, but okay. We're here. We're gonna see how this goes. Well, we get back into the room and they're like, we find you a bed here at this detox. We can send you here, or we can send you to a lockdown psych hold. And that was the best option. But they couldn't transport her or anything. Well, come to find out, while we're sitting back there, she tells me that she's like, the doctor asked, how long was it since the last time she used? And she said an hour ago. And I was like, wait a second, we were here. We were fucking, we were in the waiting room. How'd you use? She had gone in and put a substance under the trash can liner. And she was using the entire time we were in there, waiting. So they got that all handled. She was honest with them. But then I drove her to the lockdown psych hold. That was not even remotely okay. Let me just tell you. What they do there, it's not detox. It's not detox. She ended up getting all their phone privileges taken away because she ended up calling and threatening to take razor blades to my throat over the phone because she was in panic, having delusions, paranoia, everything. 7 days later, they kicked her out on the street. Did nothing. Did absolutely nothing to help her. She was in the exact same spot, if not worse, when she got out of that psych hold than she was going in. She didn't have anywhere to go. There was no detox beds open. The only place that was open was Sundown Ranch in Yakima. And there was a wait time before she could even get into a bed or anything like that. What do you do? Where do you go? There's not enough resources. There's not enough access to resources when people do want to get the help. She wanted the help, but then she just right back into the world she knew. And of course, there's always those friends. There's always those friends. That's the life she's known. And I'm not making excuses for her because let me tell you, I've been followed by taxmen. I've been drug into some of the craziest shit. I have experiences that I wish none of you, and some of you probably have. I've been followed because she owed somebody money. My mom has been followed with my nephew when he was young. Scary fucking life. Scary life because my sister isn't one of those, like, you can only imagine me, but taller and way more mouthy. Way more mouthy. She's a woman in a man's world, a lot of it. She didn't, and if you get what I'm saying, she's not a user. She's very smart. Let's just put it that way. She was very smart and she was used by a lot of real bad people. She's been trafficked. I can't even say that without tearing up. 27 years. And the most peace and quiet is when she's in prison. And I hate to fucking say that. But it's because when she's in prison, I can look at her girls and tell her girls, your mom's okay. I know where she's at. Our system is fucking broken. I fight for the things I fight for because I live in that fucking world. Even if she got clean tomorrow, physically and mentally, she couldn't handle her own children's needs. Not because she doesn't want to, not because she doesn't love them. It's a lot. It's a lot for me. It's a lot for Kyle. And I have Kyle and Mackenzie. Let's take it a step further. Her youngest was born 5 weeks early, addicted to substances. She had withdrawals. She has medical issues and substance. Well, she doesn't have substance. It's genetically, she's predisposed to have substance abuse issues. We go to therapy weekly. We talk about how chemical imbalances happen versus environmental disturbances. You really have to immerse yourself in education because it's a game the entire family plays. Genetics are a huge piece of addiction. Environmental factors, when people are born into addiction, they miss out on some of the first things. I could tell horror stories of some of the things that have gone on. Some of the first memories they have, tourniquet and a needle. This is the common story. And when people make it out of those lifestyles and then go through something tragic or traumatic, like their child goes missing or something like that, instead of rallying around and saying, fuck, life sucks for a lot of people. A lot of people are handed a lot of shitty fucking hands with nothing that they can do about it. You don't get to pick your fucking parents. You don't get to pick your family. You don't get to pick the environment you're growing up in. But then to watch people weaponize that shit in these true crime arenas and act like there's some sort of fucking advocates. You don't know the fucking jack shit about being an advocate. You don't know jack shit about addiction. You don't know jack shit about sexual abuse, molestation. You don't know jack shit about those things. And if you do, and you're still choosing to do this, you're especially a sick fuck. We have such a broken system and we have broken family units and cycles all across the country. It doesn't matter if you're from an affluent family or from low income. There is no discrimination. If you think that you can get out of this life without being affected by some of these things that are very common, that we watch weaponized against people going through their worst times, you're naive. Our prison systems are overcrowded. So what are we doing? We're letting out habitual offenders, habitual monsters, because we don't have room. We have people in prison for weed crimes. Weed, Mary Jane. The disparities exist all across the board. And when you have ignorant, uneducated fucking train wrecks trying to tell other people's story and use their fucking trauma to weaponize and create a fucking narrative, miss me with your shit. All of you are sick fucks that do that. Sorry, it is what it is. Oh, Jennifer, I'm so glad that you haven't. And I hope you never have to experience that. But unfortunately, more times than not. But don't apologize to me. I'm I wear my scars. I actively wear my scars. I don't sugarcoat this shit for anybody. This is why I'm passionate about the shit I'm passionate. Like I just don't I don't understand it. Like sitting back and the ignorance that I've heard spread so often recently of all of this shit. It's gross. Jules, yep, I've heard the same thing. Yep. Rondi, I'm really sorry about your son. That's why this is where the reality is. Look in the comment section, people. Look at the people around you. It's just what it is. Oh, just another troll. I am so fucking sorry. Sorry for his family, your family, everything, for the loss of a child. Like that is not. Ugh. So let me tell you another story. This is another family story. So I grew up on a dairy farm in the middle of fucking nowhere. 30 miles outside of town was the closest, and it was a podunk little tiny town. Well, now it's got the oil boom, so there's more going on there than there ever was. But um, the closest cousins, or the closest people up the road, were like a mile and a half up the road, and they were my cousins. And they had 6 kids, and one of the 6, his name was Aaron, passed away. It wasn't from SIDS. It wasn't. They never really. There was some big medical term for it, but it was extremely like weird and nothing that anybody could have done, known anything. They were farmers. She homeschooled her children, the mom, and my adult cousin, the dad, was a farmer. After losing their child, he went off the deep end. And when I say off the deep end, he was actually committed to a psych ward, like a walk down psych ward, because he was never the same again. He's never been the same. And this was when I was still my early 20s. No, shit. Early 20s when the daughter, wait, I jumped ahead. I was still a teen when Aaron passed. But then moving forward, my cousin, we're like a year apart. She had kids. She named one of her sons after the brother that they lost, because she was the oldest child that took care of her siblings. So she was really attached to Aaron. So she named her son that. Almost to the exact same age he passed away, her child did, of a very unknown, same random circumstances nobody could ever figure out. It was a medical issue, genetically, and it was horrifying. That entire family, still to this day, has never repaired fully, ever. They just never have. My cousins, the parents ended up getting a divorce when we were younger. But then even their grown child, like the generational cycle that repeated itself with the trauma and the loss of a child, like it still breaks my heart for her, because she had, she was dealt a hand that I don't wish for anybody. And it was almost identical, like to the date. There's nothing you can do to fix that shit. There's nothing I could ever say or do or help with or anything. Like, those were just complete fucking tragic events that repeated itself from one to the other. She's an incredible mom. She does have other children, so let me say that too. But that destroyed her. That that fucking really destroyed her and her entire family. One of her brothers, my cousin Jason, ended up taking his life. And it, yeah, it's just never, But my story is so similar to so many others. All of our stories, sorry, I'm getting my eggs and potatoes out. Our stories are very similar. That's why I get so fucking angry hearing all of these people talk about this shit and act like, oh, well, if this ever happened to me, say it all the time. If anybody was in these shoes, they could turn this shit into whatever they want. Absolutely, Coco. Absolutely. Oh my God, Annie. Ugh. I'm so sorry for your game. All of you in the chat. There's so many of you that have suffered from significant loss in this chat. That's why they're here. Like, this isn't, when I say we stand for something, it's because I mean it. Do you know how many people in here are recovering addicts? Do you know how many people in here have suffered fucking loss that some of you could never understand, nor would they want you to understand? That's the reality. And people need to start talking about this shit as in reality. Our systems are fucked. Look at our veterans. Look at how many veterans take their lives. Let's talk about that. And they can't even access services. Come on, people. If you're fucking talking about true crime and you're talking about other people's tragedies, at least fucking understand what the fuck you're talking about and the tragedies that these people live through. This is why I got no time for the fucking bullshit. Oz, sending you a huge hug. Thank you for sharing it or acknowledging it's too much for you and tap it out. I appreciate that. Yeah, heavy trigger warning. But this is the reality. Like, this is the fucking reality that we live in, people. Oh, I'm so sorry, Victoria. So sorry. This country has failed our veterans. Shit, we're fucking deporting our veterans. We're deporting our veterans, people. Like, what? And all these people say, like, I get so sick of hearing when people cover these true crime cases. We, mm, oh, this might be hard for some people to hear. It goes across the board. It doesn't matter if you're correcting misinformation. I don't even know what you'd call it for some of these channels because they kind of teeter that line of exploiting the victims themselves and claiming that they correct there's a line there that gets easily blurred by some people. But if you can't realistically sit back and look at these people's stories and say, yep, this is where our world is and this is why it is this way. I was watching those fucking professionals, ex-professionals last night condemn this family over misinformation and fabrication. There's a reason why, let me say this too. There's a reason why they start with media interviews instead of law enforcement facts for professionals. They start with candid interviews to build their analysis off of because then they can do this body language. They disregard law enforcement facts on purpose intentionally because as ex law enforcement, they know that if that's all they have, that's all they have. So they take a hold of these media interviews where people are more candid, they're more themselves, it gives them something to build off of. And then they build an entire fucking painted fake narrative. So you've got Mick Dumbass and Steven Johnson over there, who's got a fucking MLM goddamn self-help site claiming to be an ex-investigator of 28 years. I don't give a fuck. I have no respect. People like that are what give law enforcement a bad name. People like that are what give ex-professionals a bad name. That's why they're ex-professionals. Let me be first and very clear on that. If we have people working in these arenas that can't even understand the basics of fucking life like that, trauma responses are real, fight or flight is real, dissociation is real, and to watch them pick apart like they're some fucking gods. No, sir. I'm sorry, but you're the reason why people don't have trust in law enforcement is people like you. professionals who are so disconnected from reality of what people live in. Absolutely disgusting. And here's the thing, they call themselves ex-professionals who they just want to see better in the fuck you. No, you don't. No, you don't. You do the exact same thing. You exploited victims when you were a law enforcement officer, wrongly accused people when you were a law enforcement officer. You're not doing anything different now, are you? Full circle, isn't it? Yeah, McDumbass. Yeah. Fuck Chris McDonough. And Steven Johnson. Yep. Oh, Kathy, well, you might change your opinion on that because right after they got done dragging Katie and Chris, they went right over to the lab and started dragging the Summer Wells stuff again. It's just unbelievable. That's all I got to say on that. These people are shit. Shit. Oh, they're just, yikes. Dr. Gary needs to run for the hills. If he's a decent dude, he'd run for the hills. But yeah, Steph, that's the reality of that. Coco, yes. One of the greatest things I could tell anyone is sometimes you just need to listen, really listen, not judge, not anything but listen. That's what I do so often. I sit back and I listen. I listen. I listen to hear, though. Fuck. People are just, people are strange. It's strange. All of this shit's strange. Hey, Sweet Toughness, thanks for becoming a member. You want to say hi? Hi. Kyle says hi. These people are just too much anymore. I Schooly Mama, I don't remember any of that. Yeah. Oh, tell it to Elle. Thank you. I'm blessed to have them. They're my, if the internet wasn't, and I won't share them with you guys because it's just not something I do, but some of you have gotten to see my girls. Some of the people on here know my girls. And if you could only see how amazing they are, like they truly are. And they have been through hell and back. Let me just say that they have been through hell and back. But it is my job to make sure that something goes easier for them. And they are incredible. They're empathetic. They're, you can't teach the things that they have. You can't teach somebody to be empathetic, sympathetic, mindful of other people. You can't teach that. Truly, it's either there or it's not. And they thankfully have that. Why can't court TV? Because it sells. It's ratings, Bree. It's ratings. It's the more salacious, the worse it can get. That's why y'all, there's a, thank you for that, for the super chat. But that's called coordinated effort. That's why they do that. So ex FBI agents, ex analysts, ex all of those things that get into those positions with media, you have to be willing to sell your soul a little bit because you're going on air to help get ratings. It's all about the ratings. It's not about the truth. It's about ratings. It's all about the ratings for them. It's the more salacious story. Look at Nancy Grace, mainstream media. That's why when we talk about misinformation, it starts at the top and trickles all the way through. These people are intently brought on because they'll sell their souls for a story, for media ratings. That's it. Allergies. Allergies. It's wild. It's absolutely wild. But they do. They'll sell themselves out so fast. They don't care. Oh, tell it to L. So, speaking of web sleuths, I heard somebody say today, I think it was today, I don't know when the video was actually done, but I heard it this morning. That's what us web sleuths do. That's why law enforcement fears us. Because us web sleuths, we're going to get all up in there and we have tools, and that's why law enforcement is afraid of us. Shut the fuck up, Betty. Shut up. Only thing that's fucking scared of you is the next goddamn bottle of bleach that you're going to fucking use to fry that goddamn hair. Shut the hell up. Ain't nobody afraid of you and your fucking propaganda spreading ignorance. Ain't nobody afraid of you. Goddamn dumbass. Oh, she drives me fuck. I can't review her because she just makes me want to go through the phone. She's a propaganda pushing machine. Why do people think that her and Tony aligned? Because of their political endeavors. Duh, people. It is what it is, but can't overlook it. That same fucking weird shit that BHBA is out here doing. Yeah, that's Tony. Yeah, it is what it is. Revival I do all day long. You know that. Duchess, I wouldn't take his fucking. That guy's a clown. That guy's a fucking clown. He's a fucking Molly Golightly selling with some credentials behind him. Here's the other thing. This is a good. This is a good thing that it doesn't. Anybody can be something with the title. Anybody, any single person can be get a title. A lot of these people become law enforcement because it's all about control. That never goes away. It's crazy. Bree. You get it. They know how to maneuver this stuff. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hey, Trey. Oh, God, no. I would not want to write a book. My book would be, It's Life. Get over it. That's what it would be. Smiles. Go-karting was amazing. It was so much fun. We had a blast. But Kyle and I want to go faster, so we're going back without the kids. One of the girls didn't remember that she had a brake, so she just hit the gas pedal. It was so cute. They're so cute. We were laughing though. She was like, I didn't remember I had a brake. And we're like, okay. Oh, yeah, right. But you know what's sad to me is like right now, of course, it's Sebastian's story that everybody's talking about. You can't even call it a case because it's not a criminal case at this point in time. It's an open investigation. So, yes, is there a case? Okay, whatever. We can argue semantics. But truthfully, his story is just one of many similar to this. You look at Layla Santinello. I'm going to use that as an example. Not in similarities of the case or the state or anything like that, but people getting involved. There was two sides, a mom and a dad and a stepmom. So there was opportunity for a divide. It just didn't pick up the traction like people wanted it to. But people sucked into both sides of it instantaneously. One side went here, one side went there. And there started to be this back and forth. Private investigator got involved. Like, think about all of the shit. There's so many similarities. Yeah, I think I'm going to, Alex. I think I'm going to add him in. I've done one of his with when he was on with Gumball Machine. But I think I'm going to add in another one. That Gumball Machine one. Listening to the lab makes me want to pull my hair out. That guy is such a fucking clown. It's not even funny. And I didn't realize he still has his Lab After Dark page too, where he does shock jock type attempts at content. Man, he can't figure it out. But I'm sorry, if you want to do shock jock, stay in shock jock. Don't fucking mix it with missing children. That's so gross. It's so gross. It's so funny though when I review experts, Alex, I get all the time. You think you're smarter than them? Yeah. Yeah. Some of them, yeah, I do. I'm not gonna lie about that. Yeah, I do. There's a few of them, yeah. I could put to shame. Personally, I've been thinking about going back to school. I really have. But I don't know even I don't have time for that right now. But I've been really thinking about it. We'll see. Maybe when my girls are grown. JJ, yes. Tony and Seth are still a team. For now. Oh, Aries. Sending you a huge hug. Uh that Michelle, do you really want to hear? So I start ugh, I don't even like talking about this. If I went back to school, I'd probably go back for legal. Probably finish law school. I'd probably go finish my degree and then go on to law school. My family is filled with attorneys, though. It's just kind of in our blood. I like to argue, as you guys know. I like to lay things out, things that don't make sense. I always wanted to be a trial lawyer. I really like that. The little details, telling the stories, picking up the, like, I love that shit. That's why I like this stuff. Like going back through the interviews and looking at stuff with a complete open mind on all ends of it is really intriguing to me. And pointing out dates and times and details and things that most people, when they look at it, they're like, oh, that means nothing. To me, it's like, whoa, wait a moment. I like to argue a lot. Somebody asked me yesterday in the comment section if I ever considered being a teacher. So I wanted to be an English professor for, yeah, me, who writes like a 2-year-old with no grammar concerns because I just don't care. Usually it's social media. So I have no need to be a professional. I can't, people can tell you in here when I really want, if I want to make an impactful speech or say like things that sound decent, I do have the capability. I just don't use it very often. I cuss. But somebody asked me and I was like, hell no, I cuss too much. Kids and me. No, I love kids. I love our teachers, but nope, no ma'am. Nope. I don't have the patience for that. Nope. I would have been a professor because those assholes paid to be there. You waste your time. That's your money, not me. I love learning. In the gift of gab, I am good at that. I do too. I love the patterns. Yep. I I love that some of you guys get the way my brain works. Some of you don't. Some of you totally do not get that how my brain works with the details and stuff, but some of you do. It drives Kyle nuts. Kyle's very how what would you say? Are you a visual learner?
Yeah.
He's definitely not a
I barely passed high school, but
He's so fucking smart though. It's stupid.
when I learn visually or with hands on, I can excel. I was the only one to. I was the top of my class in locomotive view.
Oh yeah, I'm not surprised.
That was a 6-month program.
You're stupid smart about crazy things like just the crazy. you want to watch somebody pull something apart. That guy can work on anything, and there's nothing that he like. I don't know. He's incredible to watch him, but he's not book smart in that capacity, but visual. If you show him one time, my God, he's really freaking smart.
There's a lot that goes into being a locomotive engineer.
Yeah, the details of the shit, like just the shit. We'll be sitting here watching stuff or videos or something like that, and he'll start breaking down like how the locomotive engines run and like the different things and the braking and the like all of this shit. He's also obsessed with the universe. So anything in the galaxy, stars, planets, outer space, he loves that shit. Loves that shit. But my brain, like our brains do not work at all similar in those capacities. But it makes a really good pair. He's so freaking smart. It's scary. And he gets me in a lot of shit because he'll watch shit and then he'll make me, babe, did you see this? No.
Well, I started telling you about the gravitational waves that are measured out of black holes.
Oh, yeah.
In other galaxies.
Mm-hmm.
And you looked at me like I was speaking Spanish.
Yeah. Or like the hertz last night. He was trying to teach me about hertz last night. And I just looked at him like I was seeing foreheads. Super hands-on. Yeah. Stupid smart, though. Like just smart about the craziest things. Oh, yeah. He loves. Oh, when he's talking black holes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He has a good taste in music, too. See, and we're very similar. Like, I can sing you the song and tell you the lyrics. Well, and I add in my own and change them up, too. But he can tell you who it is. I can't tell you who, like, sings the songs. I can tell you the songs. I might go to the moon. I love to read, Annie. I like to read. Oh, really, Alex? See, I'm gonna have to show Kyle. He watches that stuff all the time. All the time about the universe and the planets. The other day he was teaching me something about the solar system and the distance of something to something, and I was like, huh? As you can see, it doesn't retain. Like it just goes in one ear and out the other. It does not the retention is not there. I watch.
Well, the faster you go, the closer you get to the speed of light, the slower everything else moves. So if you had a twin and you left the Earth and they went to buzz around the galaxy at the speed of light and they came back, you would be older here than your twin was when they came back.
If I had a twin, you'd be fucked. If there was two of me in this universe. Yeah.
Everybody would.
Did you hear the long pause there? He had to debate on that for a second. He was like, wait a second here. Oh my gosh. Oh, Alex, he would love that. He would freaking love that. As you could see, he just. Oh, yeah, he loves that shit. He's super smart. He's super, super smart. That's like the movie Interstellar. I know. Cape Race. Sweet and Sleuthy, thanks for becoming a member. Everyone would, yeah. Kimberly, you had to throw that in there. Everyone would be fucked if there's two of me. One of me's bad enough. Two of me? Oh, that's double duty. Do you know who Kip Thorne is?
Me?
Yeah. What do you think about aliens? We talk a lot about this.
Mathematically, they have to exist. If you look at the size of the universe and you look at how small we are,
we're not alone.
There's billions of galaxies with billions of stars and planets in them.
He just showed me a TikTok yesterday of something down here in Phoenix. Hold on, y'all. A little one's out. Okay, sorry about that. Little one needed me for a minute. And it was adult, well, not adult conversations, mom conversations. Okay, where are we at now?
Pyramids.
Pyramids.
He's a builder. What about pyramids? I have no idea.
We watch a lot of that stuff too, like
I
the
have no idea.
undiscovery, like the discovery of the tombs and the
That
discoveries.
Stonehenge, they didn't have the machine power to move any of that stuff. I don't know. It's interesting.
That's funny. What about do you believe in the Big Bang Theory? That's a yes and no.
Or over creation, yeah.
He sighed, so that's a double-edged.
But it's still hard for me to wrap my head around it. The most evidence we have right now is for the Big Bang Theory, but still in my brain it doesn't really make sense.
It doesn't make sense. What about the plots to rebuild the temple in Jerusalem?
And it was a pretty good show when it was out.
He said the Big Bang was a pretty good show. See, Kip Thorne invented and built the machine that measures gravitational waves and was the best pal of Stephen Hawking's.
Yeah.
See, now you guys are talking his thing. He loves all this shit. He loves like talking like that. I'd like to get him on here and argue with a flat earther sometime.
There's no arguing the flat earth.
No, I just
fucking pictures of from space of the earth.
I would love to hear them argue with you though, because they are so set in the.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's so much fun to listen to people. Do you like the show Ancient Aliens?
Yeah.
He said, yep. He would. Kyle, you guys think I can argue. This man can argue. You think God's real, personally. That's okay.
That's fine. What about the plots to rebuild the temple in Jerusalem?
Yeah.
Fuck if I know.
Terrence Howard, yeah. We've heard that name. But why? I can't tell you. National Geographic rabbit holes. Does he like to explore?
TikTok.
What came first, the chicken or the egg?
Oh, fuck. I don't know. That one's impossible to figure out.
He can't tell you. He's not committing to which one came first. Favorite flavor of cheesecake?
Strawberry.
That's a simple answer.
I'm like way behind in the comments here.
Oh fuck yeah, that's you can tell. There's always a sigh if it's a double-sided answer, or an oh fuck.
Carl Sagan was a stud, and Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Huh?
Carl Sagan, he wrote The Cosmos.
Okay.
That book I showed you.
Uh-huh.
And then Neil deGrasse Tyson is also.
Show you my feet. Why do you want to see my feet, East Coaster? I have cute little feet.
Here.
Hold on. Just let me turn it around. Hold on.
Do you think I can leave whiskey out while I swim?
Yeah, go ahead. He's just gonna go upstairs and get into shit. Hold on. There you go. Why is my camera like that? Can you see it on your end?
I'm a minute 45 behind for some reason.
Look at that. It only shows. Hold on. Why is it doing that? Here. Let me try it again. Oh, there you go. Here's some toast. Shake your toast. Ew.
Don't. Yeah.
Oh, lovely toast. You're getting a tan line like mine too.
I know. I'm working.
There you go. There's my cute little feet. Mine are cuter than his.
You talking to me?
People used to tell Kenzie on the game, "Oh my god, if you guys think this is fucking something out of the normal, people." No, why?
I need to go turn the thing on.
Okay, bring him back to me, Kenzie. When she used to video game, well, she still does, but
Don't wear
her
that shit out in
friends,
public.
her friends would ask her to send feet pics. So she would come out and take a picture of Kyle's fucking feet every time and send them to these guys online. They would, seriously, she would take pictures of Kyle's feet and send them back to him. So fucking funny. She's been doing that since she was like 16. I'll show you guys. Hold on. Y'all should know by now. My family's just a nut. They're just nuts. Say hi. Say hi. I'm a big boy now. I'm out here with the big kids. He's being monitored. Say, I'm just out here dinging around.
I'm worried about him being out here with me going in the room. Or running, just running.
Are the littles going with you?
No.
Did you ask them?
No.
Say hi. Hi, friends. Oh, you want to say hi to your friends too? Say hi, friends. Oh, you want to say hi to your friends too? Say hi, Smush. Where's your little fat lip? Say hi. Oh, there's Eclipse. Whiskey and Kiki.
Here's Luna. Hey, girl.
Where is she?
I'm sorry.
There's pretty girl. There's a pretty girl. There's my pretty baby. She's been depressed lately. Okay, Dexter. All right. Can my shoes? He's fine, sis.
Oh no, I don't trust Kiki or Eclipse or Luna.
Oh, what just happened? Oh, that was funny as heck. Look at that. Oh, that was my shoe, by the way. That was not anything else. He just flipped over into Kiki's thing. Whiskey, come here. Come here. Smush just got him. Okay, Dex, hold on. All right. Me and my zoo. Oh, you guys, we got a new cat. We've got a new cat outside, and it's nice. Hold on, we'll show you a picture of it. Kyle and I went to the store the other night. And this one's beautiful. What do you call a crow in a field? I don't know. I'm not really sure.
So I wasn't sure. I've been seeing the cat here. Give me the phone. I've been seeing the cat go around, and I couldn't tell if it was the cross-eyed cat that's out there, or not. But he was out there, and I went and
Okay,
pet him, and
do
he
it
let me
again.
pet him. I don't know how to flip it.
This is the new cat outside. And it's nice.
I was petting it last night too.
It's super nice and so pretty.
Yeah.
So pretty. Yeah, another one. Yeah. It's really nice though. Most of the feral ones won't let you get close to them like that. But this one is like all up.
This one looks like somebody just dumped him.
Yeah, this one looks like somebody's inside cat that got dumped. It's super nice. So we're gonna try to find a home. It is the prettiest cat. Pretty coloring, pretty everything.
Yeah, like you guys went to the store and I went outside to feed, like, see
Mm-hmm.
he just walked up to me and let me pet him. Like, he rubbed his hand or his head on my hand. Like, he's super sweet.
You got 38 chickens? Yeah, I feel bad. Like,
Somebody's in Arizona and wants to take a cat. Okay, please.
yeah, anybody in Arizona needs a cat. We've got a few. That one could really use a home though, because it's super sweet and it's sad that it's outside. But we have.
Chickens.
I know. Can we have 38 chickens?
No, we're gonna get a mini cow first.
Oh yeah, mini cows.
Jesus, that's morbid.
But they would.
No, they
You
wouldn't.
see how they
Our
act
cats
with
don't go
birds?
outside.
Do you see how they
Our
act with
cats are
birds?
pussies. They get their ass kicked by anything.
Kiki will come out here.
Kiki
Kiki is the biggest bitch there is.
is an ass.
Yeah, that's what
Kiki would get his paw dirty and be like, never mind.
Kiki runs outside, turns around, he's like, oh god, I'm scared.
Hi, Sponge.
Oh, Roberta, that's amazing. We can't do that here anymore because they just end up not leaving.
What?
Like whiskey.
What? Take them in?
Yes. Roberta's got 3 that she's taken in until they're old enough to be with homes.
Yeah,
All right, y'all.
A lot of Aussies here.
Okay, this kind of, didn't plan on being on here this long. I just was more so telling you guys I need you to bring your thinking caps because we need to fill out these calendars. And then we just kind of evolved into talking about everything and anything.
Oh, you want to show me a picture of whiskey?
Sometimes I like these conversations the best, though, when it's a smaller chat and we can actually just BS. Like, that's why I get so irritated. I really don't like people. I really don't like humans. Oh, he's so cute.
That's what he was doing while I was playing my game. He just sat there and waited.
Yeah, K-Braze, I do too. I really enjoy, like, just talking about anything. Just BSing with you guys. That's what, Laura Lou, we've been looking to see if we could find, we've on the next door everything, and so far nothing. We've been looking in Facebook groups and everything. It could be, there's another thing that happens here too, which is really unfortunate, but because it is a majority of retirement people, there are people that when they pass away, their animals get dumped by their families. And that sadly happens. Like the little older ladies and men will take in some of these animals. And then when they pass, their family just disregards their animals. It's really freaking sad, like stupid sad, but it happens.
Will you check on him?
Yes, Mom.
Make
I will
sure he's
check
good.
on him.
I'm trying to see other guys.
Kenzie's going to swim and she's worried about Whiskey being out here with the kitten or with the big kitties. It's just really sad. Yeah, it's sad because so many of them get dumped into these colonies. I don't trust people that don't like animals either.
Okay, now it is a little cold.
Patricia said, God made man and said to himself, I'm a fucking genius because that's perfect. Then he made a woman and said, fuck me. That one's going to have to wear makeup. Patricia. That was a good. That's a good one. Kyle's uncle had a. How is he doing? Have you heard today? We'll hear today. Kyle's uncle had a massive stroke the other day and has been in the hospital. He called Kyle's mom the other day and asked her to come bail him out of the hospital. He wanted to blow that joint. He was like, nope, I'm not staying in here. And she's like, I can't come just kidnap you out of there. We're waiting to see what's going to happen. His mom's got enough on her plate with your dad. We'll see what happens. Oh, stop.
Quit whining. Jesus Christ.
Whine.
It's 100 fucking degrees out here. I will in a minute.
This is the arguments that go on in my house. Why are you whining about the pool being cold? It's 80 degrees. It's cold.
It is cold.
It's not cold.
It is cold.
Jump in.
Okay.
Submerge yourself. It just sucks. I feel bad for everybody going through it. Oh, there she goes. She's in.
I got a wedgie.
I don't need to hear about your wedgie, sis. she lands and says, I got a wedgie. Welcome to the world of nonsense. It's complete nonsense over here all the time. That's why I laugh about people on here. I will say it does. I don't know. No, I won't say that. I won't say that because it'll offend people. There's so many people on this app that act totally different in real life than they do on here, and you can just tell. And I get some of them do it for safety reasons for their families and stuff. But if you're ashamed of what you do and say and who you are, I don't know. That bothers me. It really does. I think people have the right to privacy and the right to be anonymous, of course. I definitely think that. But I also find that people, there's such a disconnect between reality and what people portray themselves as. It really bothers me. There's people that try to adapt to be anything and everything. You can watch, and this isn't a slam against subs because creators do it too. You can watch people go from chat to chat and whatever they talk about. Did she just ask if grasshoppers are poisonous? Did she just really? Did she really just ask if grasshoppers are poisonous?
God damn it, Google's free.
Did she just ask if grasshoppers are poisonous? Oh my god. What the hell is... Oh, then why did you bring me it? She just brought me the freaking grasshopper.
It was in the pool.
Now it wants to have a stare down with me. Why'd you bring me that thing?
It needs CPR.
I'm not giving the freaking grasshopper CPR.
Take it inside, raise it like it's your own, like you do with everything else.
No.
There you go.
That's gross.
Okay, it's moving.
I used to catch grasshoppers though. You just hold them in your hands and just let them run around. It was so fun.
What?
Remember that, Mom? I love the grasshoppers.
She just brought me the freaking grasshoppers. Yeah, okay, Scooter, you know what I'm talking about then. Like, people genuinely will try to be anything to fit into a group. Grasshopper CPR. Oh, y'all, now you see why I'm just dingy. Like, this is the adult child that just brought me a grasshopper and said I needed to give it CPR. Don't ask.
Ah, that was hurt.
And it's just sitting here. It's literally just sitting here, hanging out. It's alive. Yeah. Do you hear a helicopter? Yeah, you probably hear a helicopter, planes. We are, we live really close to an airfield. Real
Don't
close.
dox us. We're at an airstrip in
Gene
Mexico.
Salisbury. Okay, going up. Oh, Gene. Okay. I'll look on Facebook. Thank you for letting me know. I thought Perry was just in here. I saw Perry just recently.
He's just laying there. Watching Smush.
Yes, Patricia. Patricia said it's the very stupid that bother me on YouTube because to argue with them is like playing chess with a pigeon. It will shit all over the board and strut around like they won anyway. That's the best analogy I've heard so far. That is spot freaking on. That's true, Laura. It's climbing on the fly swatter. It made its way over to the fly swatter. It's on the fly swatter now. No, we're just leaving it alone.
It's animal abuse. It's not a scorpion.
Oh, Julie, is she live? Is she live now? I'm gonna get off here.
Aw, poor buddy.
All right. I don't know if I'll be back today. I might be back in a little bit. Get out of here. She just came and got him and put him in the rocks. Oh my gosh. Oh, what in the world? Can somebody come save me? I need
From what?
you.
Why?
You.
I'm a wedgie.
Nobody.
No, I jumped too hard in the pool.
Nobody needs to know about this, sis.
No,
I'm sure people are not. Like,
it's pretty fun jumping in though.
my God. Oh, yeah. I'm waiting for Julie's comment. And then we're out. What a mess. I do have Twitter. I never get on there though. Ever.
Is Cash in
Unless I'm looking for something. No, I haven't seen Cash lately. I think Cash is done with the circus. I'm sick of it. I haven't seen him lately. I know, Ava. I'm trying to get rid of him. Can you tell?
What?
This one here.
My toe hurts. Oh god, I rammed it into a freaking thing.
You have something for me? Okay, Sammy. I'll check. Did Julie answer? Julie, where'd you go? Is there a bug on my shoulder or is it my hair?
Where?
On that shoulder. Will you scratch? Other one. Down.
I don't have nails.
A little bit further. Over.
This way or that way?
Your hand's cold.
Well, yeah. I've been in the pool.
15 military bases.
Oh, okay, Julie. I'll go watch. All right, y'all. I can't promise I'll be back today. Oh, wait. Do you want to do the call-in tonight? You want to do a call-in? We're going to limit calls, though.
Me and I keep saying yes every
I know,
time, so
but then I get... Well,
I'm ready.
I was out last night.
Yeah.
I was like, sayonara.
Yeah. All that warm milk you had put you to sleep.
Sure. Okay, we'll do that. I'm headed over to check out Clues Live. Tell your hubby the chicken came first, just like the other animals did.
What?
Now he's gonna be stuck on this all day. Okay, we're gonna do call-ins. Okay, we'll do call-ins tonight. His mom and dad are coming over and we're barbecuing and stuff this afternoon. I guess I could make my potato salad with you guys. Janice in accounting, I'll send you as soon as I'm off here. If you're still listening to me. They're coming over this afternoon, so we'll come live this evening for a little bit and do call-ins, and we'll limit them. We'll limit a timer so everybody can call in. Stay safe out here this afternoon. Tomorrow we'll be back to normal schedule though, and even though it's a Tuesday, today's actual Monday, so normally I do content on Mondays, but now that my girls are off, I will schedule it with Sis so she can watch the girls and I can go live tomorrow and we'll do calendars and interviews. We're staying on that track because I have a thing that in my head now that I need to see through. So you're going to have to bear with me. We're going to have to see it all the way through. All right. See you guys all soon. And to anybody out there struggling with addiction or in those situations, please know you matter, you're worthy, and you're not alone. And to all of you in recovery, keep on fighting. With that, see y'all later.